No joke, I just ordered some Domino's in the hopes that Trisha Paytas delivers it to my door. If you don't know what I mean by that, you're obviously not on TikTok, and you know what? Good for you. Honestly, I wish I wasn't on TikTok. But Trisha Paytas is cosplaying, if you will, as a, this is completely unrelated to the video by the way, as a Domino's employee and a Domino's manager, and she's like just dressing up as them and like ordering food and just being in the same outfit as the person who's like, it's a full thing. Anyway, okay, that's besides the point. Now, Trisha Paytas has quit. Trisha Paytas is done. She says that she needs to deal with things privately. She needs to get offline. And you know what? Good for her. But I need to say, we are at the 20th of fucking January. The 20th of January. Like January. January has had so much drama. Statistically, looking back on January 2019, 2018, 2017, there hasn't been that much drama. Normally, January is whenever YouTubers are kind of at home with their families, not doing much, there isn't drama, and it's normally the time, I'm going to tell you a little insight, that drama channels kind of take like, you know, a couple weeks off because there's nothing happening. Not in 2021, because as we all know, there is a current thing going on between Trisha, Hair by Jay, Shane Dawson, Jeffree Star, Ryland Adams, and just all this circle. And without getting into it too deep, I'm going to show you a video of Trisha explaining why she feels the need to leave and why it's getting a bit too much for her. We're going to hear her out. Do I believe she's going to leave forever? No, because it's Trisha Paytas and she's going to make a lot of money off this. Again, this is a very real thing. But hey, if it's a very real thing and she can make money off it, good for her. So basically, again, this all started, as you're aware, let's just look back on this because we've been making so many quick rapid-fire update videos. So this started by Hair by Jay, Jeffree's best friend and hairstylist, ex-hairstylist, you know, doing an Instagram live, harassing and bullying Trisha Paytas, but also in the process of doing that, confirming that Jeffree Star harassed and bullied Trisha Paytas on a trip that they went to Vegas a year ago that is still getting talked about now because it's now being confirmed that Jeffree was involved in the bullying, and now Trisha is coming forward with, I have more proof against Jeffree, and Hair by Jay did this. Hair by Jay really much so threatened Trisha Paytas' life and just threatened her in general, said a lot of really disgusting things to her. Then Trisha did a video crying. It was a really emotional video, a really hard one to watch. Actually, not because it was cringy, just hard to watch as in the emotions were real in the video. Then the conversation flipped on why is Shane Dawson still actively promoting Jeffree Star, who is now being exposed for, you know, harassing and bullying Shane's family, Trisha Paytas. And Trisha kind of made the point of, why isn't Shane defending me whenever all this summer, you know, all these videos coming out against Shane, Shane being demonetized by YouTube, Shane literally losing quite literally everything. Trisha was there supporting him, to the fact where the main argument in defense of Shane Dawson was Shane Dawson fans saying, you know, he's not that awful because if he was, Trisha Paytas wouldn't have stuck around. And Trisha Paytas shows that, you know, he's a real person and he has real morals and, you know, he's not disgusting, and this shows that he's changed because she's still around. And so now that Trisha's not around, it really shows that, you know, maybe he isn't a good person. And Trisha's now coming forward with her own issues against Shane. And you know what? She said that she had a problem coming forward with stuff against Jeffree for years because Shane told her not to make videos and tried to silence her and say, you know, you're gonna cause stuff and Jeffree's lonely, and tried to gaslight and manipulate Trisha. She's saying this, not me, into not making videos against Jeffree because Shane obviously wanted Jeffree's public perception to be great, so Shane could then market off of Jeffree, and Jeffree could market off of Shane. They could come together and manipulate all their fans, young fans, impressionable fans, into spending, you know, millions of dollars on a palette that they half-assed and didn't care about. So Trisha, again, the final thing was she said that she believes that Shane sold himself out, sold himself quite literally to the devil, and chose that over her friendships. And so since then, there have been so many updates. She's been responding, she's been doing Instagram stories, she's been doing tweets, she's been on Frenemies talking about it, which we're still going to talk about. And it just seems like a lot, especially because this is raw and emotional and real. Unlike Trisha attacking Gabby Hanna and Ethan and all these other people, I believe that this one's different and this one's real, and which is why I've been defending her in this. So now, we're going to watch this video by Trisha where she's explaining why she, you know, is leaving, that it's getting a bit too much for her, and let's hear her out. Again, do I believe she's going to leave forever? No. Do I believe she's going to leave for like an hour? Yeah. And you know what? Okay, she can do whatever she wants, but I still do want to hear out what she has to say in this video. So, Trisha posted this video as a way of telling her, you know, subscribers that she will be gone. Here we go.
Hey guys, what is up? So, I know I always say like...
Oh, it's also very important to note that Trisha has been weirdly silent on social media up until this point. Normally when she exposes someone or is involved in something like this, she'll be constantly posting, constantly updating. With this one, she's kind of taken herself away from social media, and it was actually really interesting because she took herself away, and within that time, Ryland Adams chose to attack her on his podcast while he knew, you know, she was off social media, which again is showing his morals. And keep in mind, Shane Dawson edits his podcast and posts it, so again, showing that they're very much so involved in knowing that she's off the platform right now. Again, do I believe she's going to stay off because Ryland, you know, did this? No, I believe she'll be back very soon, probably exposing both Ryland and Shane, because she's not going to stand for them slandering her name and lying on her. So again, with all that in mind...
What is up? So, I know I always say, like, I'm leaving TikTok, like, for whatever, and yeah, I am actually going to probably take a break for, like, I don't know, like a week, and I'm taking a week off from posting on YouTube and probably just any social medias. So the Frenemies is up, the podcast, and obviously we talk a lot about what happened and stuff, and it's just like a lot, and I feel like a lot of emotions, and mostly like sickness and anxiety over it. It just feels
okay, now keep in mind as well, she's saying now that she feels like sickness, girl, are you okay? Adam, sickness and anxiety. She did say on Frenemies though that whenever she was exposing Shane or exposing Jeffree, that she felt quite calm after it and it wasn't impulsive and she knew what she was doing. So it's also important to note that there are a couple different, you know, mixed signals from Trisha here. I do believe that, you know, she doesn't regret anything she's doing and she is standing by it. She hasn't deleted anything, which, you know, she normally would delete stuff if she regrets it. So good on her. And again, she said that her biggest fear was, you know, speaking up against Jeffree because Shane tried to silence her. And now she's doing Shane and Jeffree. So you have to, you know, that's a big thing going against those people, especially because they were the OG friendship on YouTube. And I do believe her in that she wants to take a break. Do I believe she will for a long period of time? No.
Mostly like sickness and anxiety over it. It just feels like I don't want to make anyone more upset. I'm just trying to like hash out my feelings, but also I just need to do that. Like I really do need to do it privately, and I just want to move on, and I just don't want to be associated with anyone I've mentioned, and I just want everyone to move on, and like it's just a lot, and it's just really triggering. And I know I say this a lot, but like ooh, I'm just like letting you know. Obviously, I was okay to talk about on the podcast and stuff, but I asked him to not put like Shane or Jeffree's name in the title because I don't want to be that. And the music video I posted today was already scheduled to go up this week. I said it in last week's Frenemies. I just don't want to see anything online for a while, so I'm gonna peace.
Okay, so, again, do I think she'll be off for a long time? No, and I don't mean that in a shady way. Hear me out. So, Ryland used this opportunity of Trisha being off social media to basically lie on her name in his podcast. If you haven't watched my videos on that, you can go watch them. I just posted them. He basically said that he wished Trisha reached out to them, and, you know, Trisha has drama with everybody, and I believe she's now gonna come back and retaliate against them. And she has every single right to do that. So, I honestly... I hate to say I feel bad for her again, however, I do believe that her intentions in wanting to not see stuff online and handle this privately were there, and now Ryland's done this knowing that she was going to be offline. I believe that this is going to bring her right back online, so again, I don't think she's actually going to quit. However, she said that, you know, she's quitting for a while, but I think it was really shady of Ryland and Shane to do that within that time, and it was really belittling and, again, quite manipulative that they know that she wouldn't, you know, be able to put her side out there, but I believe she'll come back like that and do it, so we'll have to wait and see. And also, her saying that she had no problem talking about it on Frenemies is also interesting, and we are going to talk about Frenemies. It's just I have a list of videos to get through. I'll do it tomorrow. But yeah, she basically talks about, in length, the manipulative and evil stuff that not only Shane has, you know, subjected her to, but Jeffree. And it's awful story times that, you know, she's suppressed because she's been told she can't speak about this, you know, she'll be put in danger, allegedly, if she speaks up about this. She'll be putting her career at risk, being putting Shane's at risk, Jeffree's at risk, and just kind of, again, the males who get power trying to use it against her. And again, I don't mean to sound like I'm defending Trisha again. However, in this argument, it's very clear to see that she is in the right, whether you do want to admit it or not, bestie. I think it's very clear to see that her intentions and everything is in the right here. and it's people against her. And look at the people in question: Ryland Adams, Jeffree Star, Shane Dawson. And there's so many people now coming out in defense of Trisha that were present on the Vegas trip or were present and seeing things happen. And it all very much so is going in Trisha's favor. So again, I do just want to watch this video one more time before adding some final comments, because it did go quite quick. So again, this is her leaving social media. Now, the comments on TikTok were basically saying as well, they were like, oh, she'll be back, whatever. Again, I do believe that she was going to stay off, but now that Ryland has kind of thrown her under the bus, she will have to come back and address it.
What is up? So I know I always say like I'm leaving TikTok like for whatever. And yeah, I am actually gonna probably take a break for like, I don't know, like a week. And I'm taking a week off from posting on YouTube and probably just any social medias. So the Frenemies is up, the podcast, and obviously we talk a lot about what happened and stuff, and it's just like a lot, and I feel like a lot of emotions, mostly like sickness and anxiety over it. It just feels like I don't want to make anyone more upset. I'm just trying to like hash out my feelings, but also I just need to do that. Like I really do need to do it privately, and I just want to move on, and I just don't want to be associated with anyone I've mentioned, and I just want everyone to move on. And like it's just a lot, and it's just really triggering. And I know I say this a lot, but like ooh, I'm just like learning, you know. Obviously, I was okay to talk about on the podcast and stuff, but I asked him to not put like Shane or Jeffree's name in the title, because I don't want to be that. And the music video is already scheduled to go up this week. I said it in last week's Frenemies. I just don't want to see anything online for a while, so I'm gonna peace.
Okay, I think actually her not wanting Ethan to put Shane or Jeffree's name in the title is a big thing, and really shows, again, I hate to say it, but her maturity in this. Oh, I hate to say it. Okay, here, listen, all these people that we're talking about aren't great people. All of them. However, in this argument, I'm siding with Trisha. I think that's very clear. Okay, guys, what do we think about this? How long do we think she'll be off social media for? Now again, she's gonna have to come back because Ryland threw her under the bus. So messy. So messy. I love you. I'll see you in my next video, bestie. Stay safe, stay happy. Do you like my Mariah Carey t-shirt? Because I fuck with it. Bye.